A lot of people are grown adults who are babies. They don't want no personal responsibility. They don't want to be held accountable for what they said they want. They don't want to be uncomfortable.
Let's go. Got 10 seconds. Let's go ahead and get things popping off, guys.
Educate you, will teach you. You will raise your belief level. Will teach you how a lot of people are going to spend a dollar. You just got to come and get the information and then make a common sense decision.
When you're out there, you got to pray before you go out there. Lord, lead me to the right people. Lead me to that superstar. You know what I'm saying? Put me in the right position where I got to be at in order to make this thing happen. Send me the right people that surround my business where we can help each other. You know what I mean?
My wife and I have a simple philosophy. Whatever is going to change our life, whatever.
One second. There we go. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling this morning? I see that I'm so happy and grateful now's coming in. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Want to take the time out to go ahead and read what you guys are happy and grateful for this morning. Then we're going to jump right into this morning motivation. We got a powerfully packed one for you guys this morning. I see we got, still send those last minute texts out. Make sure you drop I'm on in the chat. Let's go ahead and pack this thing out. But let's go ahead and start at the top, right? I got somebody said, we are dreaming for being Chairman 750. Go ahead, write that in there. I am so happy and grateful now. State, right? Today, I'm so happy and grateful now for sunshine, for synchronicities and divine timing. There we go. I'm so happy and grateful now for health, my family, and God. I'm so happy and grateful now that I am alive and well, and that my children are safe, and that I'm moving in the right direction with like-minded individuals. So happy and grateful now that I'm building my team today. Amen. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm able to wake up this morning with a sound mind. I'm so happy and grateful to have this, to be blessed with this opportunity and the ability to share with others so that we can all drastically change our lives and live in a way that we desire, right? I'm so happy and grateful now for this opportunity to earn a life skill on this platform for health, mental capacity, and to pursue purpose, and for my family and being in good health. I'm also happy and grateful now for opportunity, like-minded individuals who are in this group and smashing through ranks. Say that. So happy and grateful now for my organization, opportunity, and all the success headed my way. So happy and grateful now that God brings things back in proper perspective, that God is slowly yet surely restoring my physical health, knowing that if I move, my dreams will be fulfilled because God already said so. Say that. I'm so happy and grateful now for having an opportunity to reach financial freedom, being able to give others a chance to reach the same. I'm so happy and grateful now for my family, my health, and passion to grow. I'm so happy and grateful now for my healthy family, for the love of my retired 365 family, and being alive today. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've helped 10 people reach Platinum 1000 by December 31st, 2020, and that I vacationed off the coast of Spain. I say that. So happy and grateful now for my retired 365 family, for the wisdom within myself. And so happy and grateful now, excuse me, for this opportunity to help serve the people. I'm so happy and grateful now for a wonderful day, many blessings, and Platinum 5000 by August 31st, 2020. And so happy and grateful now for my family and my retired and 365 family as well. So happy and grateful now for my loved ones, another day to learn and to do more with this opportunity, and to be thankful for life and good health. Woo, you guys are on one today. I think we got one more. I'm happy and grateful now that something is going to happen that is great today. It's already happened. You're here, you're alive. So each and every single one of you guys, drop some fire emojis in the chat. I want to see the chat lit up with fire emojis, and we're going to go ahead and jump into this morning's lesson, all right? Lesson/motivation, right? It's a little bit of both. Let me see y'all light this chat up. There we go. I see the fires coming in. Let's go ahead and start this thing off. So as you all already know, and if you don't know, now you know, note takers are money makers, right? And one thing that we will add that I've heard many times from Mr. Brittany and Malcolm Garrison. There we go. Let me come up a little higher for y'all. One thing I heard many times from Mr. Brittany and Malcolm Garrison, not only note takers are money makers, note applicators are money makers. So make sure you have your pen, make sure you have something to write with, right? Make sure you guys are taking notes, and make sure you're using whatever it is that you learn here today that can fuel you for the rest of the day, and share it with somebody else, because everything that we do is all about sharing, right? The amazing skill set of trading it's so amazing because we get to share with other people who also get to have their own success, who also get to have their own results, right? You know, one thing that I heard David Imonitie say, and I can't even remember the exact date because I've heard him speak so many times at this point, but he says, I don't teach people how to do the business, I show them how. I don't teach people how to do the business, I show them how, right? The how is in the show. So you got to ask yourself, you know, as you're going through today, as you're going through this week, is what I'm doing duplicatable? Is what I'm doing what I would want others to do? If there was 10 more of me in my business right now, connected to me right now, if I had to talk to 10 more of me every single day, would I be moving forward or would I be moving backward? Or would I remain the same, right? So you got to ask yourself that, because confidence comes from experience, right? And experience is earned, right? I want to say that again. Confidence comes from experience. It's earned. You can't just, you don't just naturally have confidence. Number one, you got to be speaking the right things. It's all about what you're hearing, what you're seeing, right? And the things that you've experienced. I wouldn't have confidence going into a race that I've never run before, right? If I've never raced before, if I've never been in that event, you know, I always go back to sports, you guys know that, but if I've never done something, if it's your first day on the job for something that, if you went to school to be a technician, right? And this is your first day and you got hired as a law clerk, you're not going to be confident in your ability to effectively do that job. That's going to come from experience, right? So I know what you guys are thinking, right? I want you to take a moment. Take like 5 seconds, and I want you to just think about the most amazing coach that you know. The most amazing coach, mentor, person in the world that you know, right? And I want you to drop it in the chat in a second. Yeah, no, don't drop it in the chat. Don't drop it in the chat. Because I already know what you're thinking, or I know what you should be thinking. You should be thinking that I'm the most amazing coach that you know. I'm the most amazing coach that you've ever came across. I saw some of y'all smile. Look, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you. You should be thinking that I'm the most amazing coach that I know. You as in me, right? Because you are the only person that can make you do anything. The moment you decide, I don't want to do it, guess what? You don't do it. The moment you decide that you want to do something, you do it. You're the only coach, you're the only person in your life that you actually listen to. People can pour into you all day. You can get all these amazing gems, all these amazing morning motivations, everything. But if you never decide to go do it, you're not going to do it. Right? Think about when your parents can tell you to do something 100 times. Love your parents. But until you make the decision to go do it, you can get whoopings, you can get whatever. But until you say, I'm tired of getting the beating, I'm tired of what, I'm making the decision that I'm going to go do that. Right? It's the same thing in the market. It's the same thing. You have all the information that you need, but until you say, I'm going to follow the plan, right? You're not going to make no money because you're the coach. The person that's giving you the signal's not the coach. The person that taught you how to trade, they just gave you the blueprint. Like David Imonitie said, right? David says, I don't teach people how to do the business. I show them. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to make the decision to do what it is that I did. You got to decide that it's going to work for you, right? So, you know, we always go back to the Bible, Mark 11:24, right? Whatsoever you desire when you pray, believe that you will receive it and you shall have it, right? And when you stand praying, forget. But it starts with what number one, desire. We always talk about that. You got to have the desire to do whatever it is. That starts with you. Then you got to speak it. You got to pray. You got to you got to speak it up here, right? And you got to believe that you're going to have it, right? You got to receive it before you actually get it in the physical. We talk about this all the time. I had somebody, somebody asked me, should they pay? And actually, I heard it on Brittany and Malcolm's call too. They were talking about how, people might ask you to pay for them in the business, but think about it like this. And this, I can't even remember what the situation was why I thought about this, but why would I pay for you when you haven't proven to yourself that you can commit to anything? Think about that. A lot of times you might be talking about the business, you might be talking about trading. Well, if you're doing so good, why don't you just pay for me? Because it was never about money. It's never been about money. People quit on their dreams every single day. What makes you any different? We know 325, that it's not a lot of money, right? Even for the person that it might be a lot of money for, it's not a lot of money. But just because it's not a lot of money to me, if I give that to you, if I donate that towards you, what guarantee do I have that you're not going to quit on your own dreams? We know people quit on themselves every single day. Every single day. People wake up, don't read their reasons why. They don't write what they're happy and grateful for. They won't listen to Conceive, Believe, Achieve. How David said for months, he listened even when he was asleep, when he was on the phone, he had the audios playing in the background, right? People will hear everything that he said he showed you how to do, and they'll do the opposite. And then they'll wonder why they don't get the results, right? I was trying to think where I wanted to go with that, but I'll just leave that part there. But let's go here. Let's go here, right? At the end of the day, everything that we do, right? A lot of times people ask for things to be easier. They wish that, oh my gosh, if I just had X, Y, and Z, I would be set, right? If I hit that one trade, I'm good for life. If all of my team build, I'm good for life. If whatever those wishes might be, right? But then we got to go back to this. Don't ask for less challenge. Ask for more skill. So type in it. I already know some of y'all don't. Type in the chat what that's from. Don't ask for less challenge. Ask for more skill. What's that from? Let me see if y'all been in your audios lately. Yeah, we got some people that's been listening to the Strangest Secret. There we go. Strangest Secret. Don't ask for less challenge. Ask for more skill. Because the challenge makes it worth it. Right? If there was no challenge, what would be the point in winning? If I got into a race, there was nobody on the line, and they said, we're not even gonna take the time. What's the point? If in the middle of the basketball game, they decide to turn the power off and there's nobody keeping score, what's the point? Not that they can't play for fun, but the type of energy and effort that they're giving is going to be completely different because there's no set time for expiration. There's no set time that the game's going to be over. There's no clear winner, right? It's that same thing in your life. If there's no goals with deadlines, how do you know if you achieve your goal? How do you know if you got where you wanted to get? Because you didn't know where you wanted to go in the first place. You never put a destination in the GPS. Like, cool. I got to go back to my GPS. I know Malcolm and Brittany brought that up. I did that a while ago. But that GPS, I love that GPS talk. Like, just think about that GPS. If you never put a destination in there, you will be driving around forever until you run out of gas. Then you end up in the middle of nowhere. And now you just like, man, I don't want to be here. You didn't know where you wanted to be in the first place, right? Every rank that I hit, it was right around that date that I set it for. Sometimes right on it. I would look back and like, wow, right? And then sometimes I might change some goals down the line, and I look back at the original dates that I set, and I'm like, I mean, this was actually the first date that I wrote. I know I tried to push that timeline, but this is what I said. I set this date. So when we say believe bigger, faster, we're talking about day one, right? Because if day one you say you want to do it December 31st, 2020, and then tomorrow you start having some big belief, right? And a couple weeks later, you're like, nah, I'm gonna have this done next week. For that whole time period, you were set in stone that you wanted done December 31st. So in the back of your mind, December 31st is still in there, right? So you gotta believe bigger, faster. From day one, you gotta set that date on when you want things done, right? You gotta also make sure you're putting the right efforts towards whatever it is that you want, right? Think about it like this. How was I thinking when I was in growth mode? Whether that's your business, whether that's your personal life, relationships, whether that's your trade account. How was I thinking when I was winning, right? How was I acting? When I was working my way up to P600, to P1000, how was I moving, right? I had to go get it. But then we get there, and now we want other people to do it for us. Nah, do the same thing that got you to where you are, right? Do the same thing that got you to where you were in the first place. Identify, what can I do better? What do I need to start doing, right? And then we're gonna always take it back to the Lord. Ephesians 6:10 says, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, right? So now we talked about believing in yourself. We talked about conceiving. We talked about all of that stuff, right? But at the end of the day, you got to be strong in the Lord. And Minister did a good sermon on this. How can I trust being strong in the Lord, right? What makes me confident that I can trust his strength, right? He said that you can't do supernatural warfare depending on your natural strength. There's some things that you can't handle because a lot of this stuff is spiritual. A lot of this stuff happens in the supernatural before it comes to the natural, right? So if you need a picture of what God's power looks like, right? You can go back to Ephesians. It's a lot of places you can go, 1:15. Like you can go all throughout the Bible and look at his power. But if that was the same power that raised Jesus from the dead, right? Put Jesus on, up there next to God, I think that supernatural power can help me go chairman, right? I'm pretty 100% confident that he can help me go chairman if I again, I got to do the steps. I got to believe, right? Whatsoever you desire when you pray, believe, right? It's the stuff is simple. You hear it over and over and over and over and over and over again. But it's all about when are you going to decide to apply the things that you're learning, right? When you going to apply, you got to put on, in the Bible says, Ephesians 6:11, put on the full armor of God, depending on God's strength, right? What is your armor here? Well, of course, we got the Bible. What do you have specific to the business? Conceive, believe, achieve. The process mixtape, right? You got road to 7 figures now. You got the Retire 365 mixtape, right? You got the Strangest Secret. You got so many things that you can feed yourself on a consistent basis, and they're all related to trading. What did Garrett say? Hey, for those who can identify his voice in the Retire 365 mixtape that we play every morning now, right? What does Garrett say about learning how to trade? Drop it in the chat. Who knows? We're talking about Chairman 100, God making 5 figures plus a day in the markets, right? What does he say about learning how to trade? I know it's a little delay over on the chat side. It's cool if you don't know. You know what he says? You can't learn to trade in 30 days. You can't worry about learning to trade in 30 days. There's nothing, Charles said it before, there's nothing in your life that you try to do for 30 days and expect to be a master at. You wouldn't let a doctor work on you that went to school for 30 days. You wouldn't let somebody that took a tax class on YouTube help you with your taxes. So why would you expect to learn a multi-million, billion, trillion-dollar industry in 30 days? Not that you can't understand the concepts, not that you can't get a grasp of what's going on, but how can you expect to be consistently profitable, be consistently, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Be consistent in anything in 30 days, right? So you got to position yourself to be here 12 months from now, 18 months from now, 2 years from now, right? How do you do that? By running the play, right? I said it last time, if your goal is to change your life, then you need to change your life. I know that went over somebody's head. If your goal is to change your life, you need to change your life. What does that mean? Well, if you're used to watching TV when you get home from work, turn the TV off. If you're used to procrastinating till the last minute to get stuff done, obviously write it down, write down the things that you need to work on. But also, what do you need to do? You need to change your habits. If you eat ice cream and chips every night and your goal is to lose weight, you need to change the things that you're doing in order to get where you want to go. You can't have a goal for something and your actions not match. And that's what happens somebody asked me yesterday, said, he said, what's the percentage? I can't even think of the exact question, but he was asking about why people quit. And at the end of the day, it boils down to they're not willing to change who they are for who they want to be. Why do people quit? They are not willing to change who they are right now for who they want to be. Because they're comfortable. And what did David say? Your comfort zone is your broke zone. Doesn't matter how much you have, your comfort zone, that's your broke zone, because you're never going to do anything more to get out of where you are, right? Back to that supernatural warfare. You have access to the highest power. But at the same time, we're reading the book Outwitting the Devil right now. You're trying to outwit somebody who's there. What did he say? He's like a lion who hunts by stalking his prey, right? Everything that he does is meant to throw you off track. What's the beginning of the call? You get started. What's the first thing that you hear? That thing won't work. Why are you doing that? Why you don't want to hang out with us? Why you not answering our call? Right? The same people that didn't want to get started with you are now asking you questions, trying to drag you back down to where they are. Right? And it might not even be maliciously, right? They might not even be doing it on purpose. But if they're stuck where they are and you fall victim to that, that's Satan's cunning way of, all right, this is how I'm gonna get you back. Right? I know you want to be free. I know you want to have more time for yourself, your family, your kids, more money in the bank account, more freedom to do what you want with your life. But some things you got to go through. Do you really want to go through that? Look, your favorite show coming back on. Look, Netflix just released this new series. Your girl hit you up. Come on, watch this with me, right? Come hang out tonight. You don't need that stuff right now. It'll be there tomorrow, right? And now you're hearing all this stuff. And instead of you focusing on the goal that you set, now you're back over here. Then you look back, now it's 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. Now your tuition's due. Oh my gosh, I don't think I can pay next month. Why? You didn't prepare 3 weeks before. You didn't run the play. You didn't get your trade account set up. You didn't get your 2 people, right? You didn't help somebody else. You didn't budget. You planning a trip with your friends for next week. You said, look. One of my friends called me and look. They said, can't put their whole business out, but y'all don't even know them. But they literally, right? They were like, well, why can't we plan something for this month over here? I said, because if we planning something for next month, right, to all hang out, number one, I already told you about what we do. You just ran into a crisis where you had to pay some money out for some things, right? So you already were limited on money, but now you trying to spend money. We over here trying to make you money, but you trying to spend money. So no, I can't plan something over here with you to spend money and you have no plans to make money. It doesn't make sense. Now, if I come hang out with some of y'all, right? Hey, shout out to my crew, right? We got some trips planned, but I come hang out with y'all. What's going on? We gonna have a good time, but you know the difference? We gonna talk about building. We gonna find some other people that also want to change their lives. We're gonna help somebody else that's also that was down and out, that didn't have another way, and then we're gonna introduce something like this to them, right? We're gonna find somebody over here, or we're gonna wake up, we on that trading call, right? Shout out to everybody that woke up, we caught what, 60, 80 something pips with Stevenson this morning, right? On the morning call, right? The conversations are going to be different. The conversations are going to be different depending on the people that you're around. So you got to understand when somebody's there to distract you and put yourself in a position where you can no longer be distracted, right? Because once you get that thing that you want, guess what? David said it like this. He said, it was a period of separation. He said, I had to get away from certain family members. I had to get away from certain friends, right? I had to get out of certain moods. You know, Holton Bug said it too. He talked about how one of his loves was golf. Like he always golfed. But the greens that he used to golf on were horrible. He used to have to walk his clubs around everywhere. But because he gave that up, he gave up what he loved for a period of time to get the freedom that he really wanted. Now he's out in other countries at some of the best greens in the world with some of the pro golfers, right? You can have what you want, but you can have it at a higher level. Drop some things in the chat that you guys really, really love. Some things that you love to do. Whether you're still doing it or whether you used to do it before you got started this, but something that's really a part of your life, right? Riding your bike, Bev. What else? Reading and running, cooking. What else y'all got? Hiking, helping others, traveling, spending time with my nephew, travel. All right, I'm gonna start at the top. We're gonna go down. Riding your bike. Hey, I'm sure some of y'all already heard Bev's testimony, but Bev can go get any bike she wants now. You stay long enough, right? You go from whatever situation you were in. She says riding her bike, she can go get whatever bike she wants. Ride wherever she wants. Reading and running. Imagine running. So if you like the scenery when you run, right? For those that said running, imagine going somewhere outside the country, going to other places and being able to run in exotic spots and have amazing scenery, if that's what you love, right? Cooking. Imagine having the kitchen of your dreams, the things that you see on TV, right? Cooking's great, But imagine it. You got a kitchen as big as some people's apartment, right? Everything brand new. Do whatever you love doing, but do it at a higher level. Traveling. Imagine traveling, but you get to travel first class everywhere you go, right? Everywhere you go, you're first class. Everywhere you go, there's somebody meeting you, right? Hey, shout out to my $1 million. There's somebody meeting you with your name in your face. They saying, hey, is that you? Yeah, that's me. What's going on? They take your bags. You go somewhere, right? Spending time with your nephew. You teach your nephew how to trade. Your nephew never has to worry about money. And the conversation that you have is different, right? You can enjoy life. Your nephew can come over, you can get whatever toys he wants for Christmas. They don't ever have to experience the things that you didn't get, right? Just because you didn't have it. What else we got in here? Singing and songwriting. Most singers and songwriters are looking for what? Deals. They need people to fund their dream. They won't write certain things. They won't sing certain things because what? Somebody won't pay. They think that this label might not sign me. You got your own economy. You can put out what you want. You can be your authentic self, right? Going to the beach. There's beaches all over the world. I want to hit all of them. I'm from Florida. Playing golf, going to the range, right? Whatever it is that you want, imagine doing that at the highest level. That's what you have access to when you stay the course, right? And that's really all we're talking about today. You got to stay the course. We talked about at the beginning, note takers are money makers when you're a note applicator, right? So shout out to those that took notes this morning, right? We said, David said, I don't teach people how to do the business, I show them. Be the person that's showing others by example, right? We come on here, we talk, we do the trainings, but at the same time, we're going back and applying that. And you can see that present in our business. So you got to ask the same for yourself. Am I not only telling people what to do, am I showing them? Am I going out there and getting it myself, right? And last but not least, you're going to live with you for the rest of your life. Like Charles always says, these next 12 months are going to come whether you like it or not. But the result of what happens at the end of that 12 months is all based on your activity today. So you need to be extremely serious with your time right now, right? Expect miracles to happen in your life, in your business. Expect it to happen. And you can only operate from that expectation if you're moving the right way, right? Develop that winning attitude and have the mindset of I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do it again until I get where I want to be, right? You have the people that are going to work with you. You have the people that are going to help develop you, right? Right, Gloria? I am the best coach that I know. I am the best coach that I know. That's what you guys are leaving with today. I am the best coach that I know. I love me, right? And I'm going to listen and apply everything that I say. I'm going to listen and apply everything that I say. And you have no choice but to win. All right? So that's the morning motivation for today. We got some amazing stuff set up for you guys. We got our 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock opportunity calls. Make sure you guys are showing up there, right? Pack that thing out. You did an amazing job yesterday. Let's go ahead and do it again. 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock. I believe we got Bev up at 2. I'm up at 8 o'clock. Definitely go ahead, pack those things out. 50chairmantraders.com for anybody who wants to learn a little bit more about what we do, right? So we appreciate each and every single one of you. Let's go ahead. Let me stop this right here.